Children, just those who have joined late, just I am briefing so that you can come to the enter into the class. Okay, see, today we are going to discuss about interhalogen compounds. So what are interhalogen compounds, children? So interhalogen compound means the compounds. First of all, these are halogens. These are halogen, children, and when they combine with each other, okay, so interhalogen compounds are formed when different halogen reacts with each other. Okay, so interhalogen compounds are formed. Examples you can see. Okay, iodine with fluorine, iodine with fluorine, iodine with fluorine. Okay, heptafluoride, pentafluoride, trifluoride, fluoride only, monofluoride, bromine pentafluoride, bromine trifluoride, like this. After that, means central atom is also halogen and surrounding atom also halogen. That's why they are known as interhalogen compounds. Inter means among halogen only. We don't require any another group. Okay, the combination has been done among the same group, group 17. Group 17, fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. That's why these compounds are known as interhalogen compounds. After that, I told you that in interhalogen compounds, two type of atoms are there. One is central atom and one is surrounding. So I told you we will represent central atom as X and surrounding atom as X dot. And you should know what quality must be there for central atom and what quality for surrounding atom. Surrounding atom must have high electronegativity and central atom has lower electronegativity. Central atom must have larger atomic size and surrounding atom must have smaller atomic size. So I gave you just an example. Okay, suppose this is the bigger atom, then only small surrounding atom can attach to it. Okay, children. So on this basis, I told you types of interhalogen compounds. So 4 types of interhalogen compounds are formed. Children, one is X dash type. I gave you example CLF, BRF, IF, BRCL, ICL, IF. Type 2 XX3 type. CLF3, BRF3, IF3, ICL3, like this. Okay, X5 type. X dash 5 type. IF7, BRF5, CLF5, and X dash 7 type. IF7, IBR7, ICL7. I told you these are unstable. I will give you the reason why they are unstable. So before that, now let us consider the shape and hybridization and everything. Okay. So now we will discuss shape, hybridizations, everything. Number of lone pairs. So many question comes on shape and hybridizations. Okay, children. So let us see shape, hybridization and all. Okay. So simply we'll do the calculation part. See, we will use this formula x equal to g plus v divided by 2. You know, x means number of hybrid orbitals, G equal to number of valence electrons of the central atom, and V means number of monovalent surrounding atoms. Like here, in particularly here, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, etc. Iodine is not the surrounding atom, but in different cases, iodine also there, hydrogen is also there, monovalent. Anyhow, so let us calculate for what? So just see IF7. For example, IF7. Let us see what is the shape and hybridization and all. Okay. So sir, why iodine is not surrounding element? Why iodine is not surrounding atom? I think reason I have told you, Talat. Okay. Surrounding atom should be smaller than the central atom. Surrounding atom should be smaller than the we can say that central atom must be bigger than the surrounding atom. Okay, see, let us calculate. So here we can calculate. Okay, X equal to central atom is iodine and its valence electron is how much? 7 plus surrounding atom is how much? 7 divided by 2. So 7 plus 7, 14. 14 divided by 2, 7. So hybridization will become sp3 d3 type. Okay, this is the hybridization. Hybridization sp3 d3. Okay, children. So what should be the shape? The shape is, see, this is iodine. Okay, and we have to adjust 7 particles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they will be in one plane. Okay, children. And the another 2 iodines will be here. Sorry, another fluorine, not iodine. And this will be the situation. These are fluorine. So this shape is known as pentagonal bipyramidal. Pentagonal bipyramidal. Okay. pentagonal. So now number of atoms, okay, in one plane, maximum number of atoms in one plane, number of atoms in one plane is equal to what? So maximum number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Answer is 5. Okay, children. In plane, if we consider this as a plane, pentagonal. Why not 6? Why not 6 iodine? BrCl5 is stable. Okay. See, why not 6 means? Roy, please ask your doubt clearly. Why not 6 means? Sir, iodine is also present. Okay, okay. So number of atoms in one plane. Okay, about fluorine. And if we consider iodine, if they ask about surrounding atom, then we can say 5. And number of atoms, number of total atoms in one plane. So in fluorine and plus 1 iodine, all together it will become 6. Now it is okay, children? Now it is okay? Now it is okay? See, during yes, okay. Regarding Bansal, regarding unstable and all, when I will be dealing with the shape and this structure, shape, hybridization, then you will see that lot of electronic repulsions. Okay, in which case lot of electronic repulsions are there. Where is the bond length? Okay, repulsion is there. Did you remember in fluorine bond was short, but due to electronic repulsion, the bond was broken easily. The bond was broken easily. So repulsion is also a very important role. Okay, so when that's why we are discussing, we are operating each and every molecule. So we can understand where are the low electrons are there, where is electronic repulsions are there, which bond is bigger, which bond is smaller. That only we are going to discuss. So next is example. Let us discuss example. Now you only tell me which example should I discuss. Tell me fast. I will discuss that example only. Among the types which I have given you, tell me. Okay, IF5. Okay. So IF5. Okay, IF3, BR5. Okay. Okay. Now I understood. So we will go accordingly. X7 type, X5 type, X3 type, XX type. Okay. We'll discuss all the cases. Did you understand which type it is? IF7 is of which type? Tell me. IF7 is of which type? IF7 is of which type? IF7 is of which type? Okay. So here now I will take one example. IF5 type. Iodine pentafluoride. Good, very nice. Indranil has given in detail, very nice. So IF5 type. Now let us again calculate X. G plus V divided by 2. SP3D2 type. Let us see. So X equal to, okay, here you know that G equal to 7 and V equal to 5. So 7 plus 5, 12, 12 divided by 2, 6. So hybridization is sp3d2. This is the thing, sp3d2. So what should be the shape? So this indicates that the structure should be 6 means octahedral. Structure should be octahedral. Okay, children. So let us see. So octahedral means the condition should be like this. Iodine 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that should be in one plane, and then another bond should be like this. So we need how much fluorine? So we required F, 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 F. So many fluorine atom is required. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you can understand only 5 is there. So some problem will be there. Okay, children. For that only valence shell electron pair repulsion theory play a important role. Okay. So now, okay. Now, what I was telling, that now we have to do something. We have to develop one lone pair, because one fluorine atom is missing. So in this original shape, we will remove this one and we will make one lone pair over there. Because one fluorine atom is missing. Okay, children, one fluorine atom is missing. So the shape will be like this. This is iodine. This is fluorine. Okay. And you can see we can make out one plane. This is the plane. And this is converted into lone pair. Okay, no atom is there. And one fluorine is here. This type of shape is known as square pyramidal. So how many lone pair are present on the central atom? Lone pair on central atom. 1. Sir, why lone pair not found in equatorial bond? Yeah. This was given by valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Okay. Valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. They have given the lone pair on the equatorial position also. Okay. But after giving that, the molecule become little bit more unstable. So they have decided that in octahedral, see, this is the part of valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So in octahedral, if any possibility is there, we will form lone pair on we will form on axial bond. On axial position we will form. This is the instruction, clear guideline given by valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Okay, children, for octahedral they have given guideline, and for sp3d also they have given guideline. sp3, in sp3 means triangular bipyramidal, we will develop lone pair on equatorial position, and in octahedral we will develop on axial position. This is the guideline given by valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Okay, if you want more detail, please go through my valence shell electron pair repulsion theory video. Okay, children, video lecture on this particular point. So there you can understand everything. Shall I move forward? So lone pair on central atom is equal to 1. If somebody asks you total lone pair of electrons, then what will be the answer, children? Suppose the question is total lone pair of electron in IF5, total lone pair of electron in IF5, total lone pair of electron, total lone pair of electron, total lone pair of electron, total lone pair of electron. Yes, you can see on, yes, you type, you can see my all lectures. So total lone pair of electron in molecule, not central atom. Yeah, somebody has given 16 also. So just you have to be very, alert. Total number of lone pair electrons. Bansal Kumar Yadav 13, Satpana Roy 16, Disha Singh 1, 16 lone pair. Any more participant? Anybody else? Anybody else giving number of lone pair of electrons? 16. Talat Naj 16 lone pairs. 16 lone pairs. Okay. So see, children, if it is central atom, okay, one lone pair is there. But you know halogen, quality of halogen, children. Yeah, Dhara also give an answer. Okay, one person has given 17 also. Indrajil. Okay, let us see. Devajan Dhara 16, Talat 16, Disha 6. Soumya Panda 17. Okay. Till now, highest number of electrons 17. Soumya Panda. Okay, let us see. Let us see. Now should not. So see, children, every halogen, you know, they have 7 valence electrons. So one is unpaired electron, from they form bond. So 1, 2, 3. Each halogen has having 3 lone pair. So here 3, here 3, here 3, here 3, and here 3, and here only 1 lone pair is there. The remaining electrons are involved in bond formation. Okay. So 3 plus 3 is 6, 9. Yeah. So total lone pair is equal to 16. Okay. Total lone pair is 16. 17 is not all. 17 is not the correct answer. Okay. Okay. I counted the last lone pair as number of electron. Okay. 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 Right. Okay. Okay. Let us see. So you have to, can anybody tell me what is the oxidation state on iodine? Time is less. Can anybody tell me the oxidation state on iodine in IF5? In IF5, oxidation state. IF5. Yes, the oxidation state is +5. Good, good. So +5 is the correct answer. Oxidation state is +5, children. Okay. Oxidation state is +5. Now let us move to the another. Okay, children. So next was example 3. So IF3. Come on, do it fast. Okay, x is equal to G plus V divided by 2. Here G is 7 and V is 3. Okay, so 7 plus 3, 10, 5. X is equal to SP, X is equal to 5. So sp3d is the electronic hybridization. So the expected shape is I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fluorine, 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 and fluorine. But it requires five surrounding atom. But that is not the situation. Okay. So we are unhappy that we don't have that much. Now we have to decide according to valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, that where should be the electron pair. So he told, means this theory told, that this is the trigonal bipyramidal. Here you have to develop lone pair on equatorial position. On equatorial position. On equatorial position. It is a guideline of valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So I am following it. So this is fluorine, this is fluorine, and this is fluorine, and one. So I have to develop two lone pairs. So one lone pair is here and one lone pair is here. Did you understand? So its shape is T-shaped. It is T-shaped. Do like this: iodine, fluorine, fluorine, and fluorine. Think like this. So it is T-shaped. Did you understand, children? And the oxidation state will be +3. Lone pair on the central atom, two lone pairs. Lone pair on central atom equal to 2. Total surrounding to total lone pair, you know, every halogen has 3 lone pairs, so you can calculate everything. I think it's very clear to you. Okay, okay, children. Okay. So now just you can see about next one. Soumya Panda, you as soon as this 250 is there, just tell me. Soumya Panda, I am giving you one responsibility. Okay. So see, next example is IF. Tell me, what should be the shape and all? So you can see x equal to g plus v divided by 2. So you can see g equal to 7, v equal to 1, 7 plus 1, 8, 8 divided by 2. So you can see x is equal to 4 means sp3 hybridization. Means iodine will be there and this will be fluorine. Okay. So 3 lone pair and 1 bond pair, iodine. Okay, children. So if somebody asks you, you can tell iodine is sp3 hybridized. Iodine. Shape is, you can say, linear. Okay. Okay. And slightly, if you can't say T shape, if not 100% T shape means you can say bent type. Bent type, because this lone pair is there no. So it is bending. It is not like this T. It is slightly bending. So somebody also calls them bent type. So I think this is there. So please note it down. Okay. I will give you one homework. And after that, one explanation is also there. Then I will end the class. Homework means go through table in NCERT book. Go through the table 7.11. Okay. In that, physical state and color is given for all the molecules. So please go through and try to means allow some trick and all, so that you can use you can understand the colors, solid, liquid, gas, or like this. Okay, children. After that, I will ask one question. See, I bond, okay, I bond or IF bond. Okay, which is I bond and IF bond? Which one is stronger? Stronger bond. IF or II? II or IF? Okay, time is over, children. But I will tell you, I think this bond is weak. The reason is that here iodine is different orbital, big orbital, and S is very small, means here F. So the overlapping is not symmetrical. Overlapping is not symmetrical. Is not symmetrical or according to size. But here both the overlappings are of same size. So more overlapping is here. In pure form, pure halogen, okay, in pure halogen, okay, more overlapping. So this is a stronger bond and this is weaker bond comparatively, because no symmetrical overlapping. Did you understand, children? So that is why interhalogen compounds are more reactive than pure halogens. Interhalogen compounds are more reactive than pure halogen. Did you understand, children? Okay, so tomorrow I am going to discuss how these interhalogen compounds react with water and which are the oxoacids are formed and so on. So we'll continue tomorrow. As Soumya Panda told that it is already 2:50, and yes, it is 2:50. So thank you all of you. Bye bye. Bye everybody.